be a real test for the Bulgarians against the Barcelona side that has reached this stage with victories over Fram Reykjavik from Iceland, Lech Poznan of Poland and Aarhus from Denmark. CFKA Sredets have an extremely good domestic record. They're unbeaten this season in the league. When they went to their mid-term break, they were 9 points clear of the nearest challengers, and last weekend they scored a morale-boosting victory over their local rivals. And here is number 8 Stoichkov. He'll be a man to watch. This is the Barcelona lineup, with Amor being preferred to Milia in the number 4 shirt, though Milia is one of those on the substitutes bench. As for Sredets, they are without Penev, their leading goal scorer. 21 goals for him this season. He's the nephew of the coach, Dimitar Penev, but he's out suspended for 1 match. So he will be available for the second leg in 2 weeks' time in Sofia. So the referee just consulting his watch, and Barcelona, with Jose Maria Baquero there up front alongside Gary Lineker, will be attacking the goal to our left. And Lineker restored to the attack after being left out for the game against Real Madrid in the league the previous weekend. Julio Salinas with the first header of the game, and now he's got another chance with his feet. Back for Baquero. Still plenty of noise around the stadium despite the lack of bodies. And Aloisio. Important, I imagine, for Sredets not to concede anything early in this game for their confidence. Here is Serna. Down the line from Julio Alberto. Good ball inside as well, and Julio Alberto continues his run. Good cross for Baquero, who knocks it back now. Then coming in was Amor, but his shots clattered against an opponent. Really good build-up that, involving Julio Alberto and Baquero at the far post, as he so often is. But straight away, back come Sredets, and it just run away from Kostadinov. Zubizarreta looked a little bit lost there when he came out from his goal. So action at both ends in the opening minute and a quarter. So a lively beginning. And here is Julio Salinas, so expert at shielding the ball, and gets a free kick. He'll be marked very closely, I'm sure, by Ivanov. The Bulgarian side is almost the entire national team at the moment. At least half a dozen of this side played in a recent international game. Baquero might well have done better. So often we see Baquero bobbing up in that position, getting his head to the ball. He times his runs to perfection, but he normally finishes with greater expertise than this. Julio Salinas teasing Batchev, floating over an ideal cross. It looked to be gift-wrapped, in fact, for Baquero, but he couldn't keep it down. Ivanov is taking the goal kicks. Whether that suggests that Valov has got a bit of a foot injury, he doesn't want to risk, I'm not sure. Here's Begiristain. Never looked as he played that pass. Nice bit of skill from Julio Alberto, transferring the pass with his left foot. Now Serna. Driven hard and long, but much too long for Julio Salinas. Barcelona, of course, have won this competition on 2 occasions, 1979 and 1982. No Bulgarian side has ever reached a major European final. And it would be a major surprise if CFKA were to put out the Spanish team. As Julio Salinas again tries to take on Batchev, who seems to have been given the responsibility of tying him down, and he's done pretty well there. Aloisio with a deflecting header straight to Stoichkov. Free kick already taken. Poor control from Vitanov, letting him down though. Barcelona will have a free kick. And the fresh-faced Amor will stroke it over to this left touchline for Julio Alberto. Puts it back into the middle. Vaquero couldn't get there. Oh, and a nice little flick ball through the middle by Tanev. This is good build-up play. Kostadinov now. Is he brought down from behind? No, says referee, and Kostadinov stays down. Well, it was certainly a stern challenge from Julio Alberto, who walks away totally unconcerned. The referee doesn't look too bothered either. Now I think the referee will allow the Bulgarian trainer to come on. Referee Kirchin has only just spotted, I think, that Kostadinov stayed down there. Shows his stopwatch to Zubizarreta. Well, I must say there didn't look to be any great physical contact. Julio Alberto just checking with the referee that he is adding time on. Though when the score's 0-0, I can't see why he's over-concerned. Confirmation of that score with 5.5 minutes on the clock. Play underway again. Looked to be a shove in the back there from Julio Alberto, but they were allowed to continue the move. And so Lineker turns away from trouble neatly, then gets tackled. Here is Amor inside the centre circle. Cerner says, do something else with it. Oh, nicely done, and Bagiri-Stein turned away from trouble, and he was just a little unfortunate there. The ball ran on from him. It's well met by Cerner. He was up again quickly and wanting to get on with things with the free kick. Now flicks it out there to Aloisio. And here comes the Brazilian. Shielding the ball. Getting a free kick as well. I think he rather played for that. And Eusebio will float it across. Edge of the area, easily dealt with, but Bagiri-Stein cleverly hung back. So he was able to latch onto the ball, as he does a second time. Couldn't re-find Vaquero. A rare touch of the ball for the Barcelona captain. He's got things ticking again very quickly. Amor here, nicely done. Getting away from that lunging challenge. Keeping control, well played by Amor. Aloisio's pass is an inviting one for Eusebio, turning inside. Now Julio Salinas. And coming in field. Finding Amor once again. Got very dainty footwork, Amor, but there's no sting in the shot. Aloisio allowing it to bounce. Seemed to know just where Amor was. Back to Kirov. Well, the sort of tackle a defender dreams of there, with the attacker's back turned. Just coming in and hammering the ball off him into touch. Mladenov, one of the really experienced Bulgarian internationals in this CFKA side. They are, of course, the army team from Sofia. had a few changes of names throughout their checkered career. Checkered history, I should say, I suppose, for the club. They were CSKA just a few years ago, and you may remember them putting Nottingham Forest out of the European Cup. They've also beaten teams like Bayern Munich. Stoichkov trying to curl it past Zubizarreta, didn't have any joy. Eusebio. Real workhorse in this Barcelona side is Eusebio. Free kick. And taken quickly. Intelligently done. Kero gives him it back, and here's the cross, but well off his line, Valov. It's a genuine blow to Sredets that Penev, their top scorer, is out of this tie. 21 goals already this season, in outstanding form both at club and international level. And his uncle, the coach, Dimitar Penev, has had to juggle around a little bit because of his nephew's omission, with Vitanov coming in at number 9. He'll certainly be looking to the experienced Stoichkov and Kostadinov for goals tonight. But Amor, and rather luckily there, that struck Kirov. Not much doubt about that offside. You can gather from that picture a few empty spaces up and down in the stands. Nonetheless, the ones who are here are looking forward to a Barcelona victory. There's no trip there, it was purely a stumble by Gary Lineker. Oh, rather careless, but they've got away with that, and they've won a free kick too. Aloisio on Kirov. Lineker restored, by the way, to the side because Stoichkov was down. Lineker restored because Julio Cesar Romero, otherwise known as Romerito, who came in against Real Madrid, is ineligible for Europe. Now Stoichkov is up, and a few of the Barcelona players are saying, look, there was nothing wrong with him. Well, Julio Salinas will try and torment them down that side. He almost got away from Bachev then. And he's still trying and gets in the cross, which went behind. Apologies from Julio Salinas that he didn't do better. Still Barcelona 0, CFKA Sredets 0. Ivanov with the goal kick, long one too, and Aloisio content just to knock the ball out. There is that scoreline for you. So we come up to 13 minutes played. This is Tanev. Too many Barcelona men around him. Now Amor. Really see much of Bagiri Stein down this left wing. Julio Alberto has to bring it back in field. And Amor was playing a risky game then, especially with Stoichkov in attendance. Now Julio Alberto, good looking ball for Baquero, tries to head it into the path of Lineker. Eusebio picks it up. Good ball again, Amor, and it held up nicely for Aloisio. And a long looping cross, and the goalkeeper in trouble at the back post. Did well to really stretch there and get his fingertips to that one, Valov. Enterprising build-up, though, by Barcelona there. Roberto's throw. Lineker gives him it back. When the Englishman is robbed, got a bit of an elbow in the face too, by the look of it. Or was it in the throat? It was more in the throat region. Still Barcelona doing the majority of the attacking without really finding a way to test Valov. There's Roberto once more, away by Ivanov. Not very far though. Amor there to pick it up once again. Eusebio now, and he'll look for Julio Salinas here. Flat cross, but Eusebio finds Baquero. Amor just couldn't get there, but Baquero once more has Barcelona in possession. Serna romps forward now. Optimistically, nudges it back for Lineker. Lineker's cross, far post. Oh, and it's just gone too far for Julio Salinas. Controls it now, though, and at least wins the corner. Certainly a good ball out to him there. Julio Salinas, I think 6 inches further back, and he'd have been on a winner. Eusebio's corner. There'll be a lot of white shirts around that. Free kicks against Amor. Pleads ignorance. Barcelona 0, CFKA Sredets 0 in this European Cup Winners' Cup semi-final first leg. And no doubt at all that Barcelona will be looking for at least a 2-goal lead to take with them to Bulgaria in a fortnight's time. That's too far. That's not the sort of finishing that's going to produce a 2-goal advantage. Shake of the head from Julio Alberto. He knows he should have done better. Seems unusual to see Bagheeri-Stein over on the right-hand side. That's where he was for the moment. Looks as though he's staying over there. Not a good header now, though, on Baquero. There's a second chance of trying to find a colleague, and fails the second time around, but then they're playing themselves into trouble here as Bagheeri-Stein challenged well. Nicely done by Tanev. The final pass wasn't too good. Nice bit of sportsmanship there. This Bulgarian side certainly in majestic form at home. And they've not come here without confidence. Queiro's through ball, nicely taken by Amor, and Julio Salinas was raiding and looking and dangerous there. Free kick will be for the little nudge there by Pitanov. Already Julio Alberto took it rather too rapidly for the liking of his teammates and for the crowd. This time he does find Serna. be another corner. Hustled by Bagheeri-Stein. He wants to take the corner himself, and being left-footed, he'll take it short. Eusebio helped him. Still wants to get that cross in, but good footwork, Bagheeri-Stein. Now, has he got any space? Straight into the back of Ivanov. That was a bit careless. And there's always the danger, of course, when Barcelona throw so many men forward that they could well pay the penalty on the break. Bulgarians certainly have got the talented men to catch them out. Yet again, the free kick is for Barcelona. The push on Roberto. Doesn't seem too amused. Eusebio, good little ball, pushed through, but I think it's too long for Bagheeri-Stein to get to. And the Bulgarians have worked hard in defence to restrict Barcelona to a minimum of space. Ivanov seems to have taken a lot of goal kicks. Baquero working hard and deep. He's like an eager beaver, is Baquero. Serna now strolls forward, but loses it. And at long last, the counter, led here by Kostadinov. And, well, Aloisio was beaten in the air by Stoichkov coming in. Couldn't just direct his header on goal, though. But that should serve as a warning to Barcelona. "21 minutes gone, no goals." Untimely slip by Amor. Gets it back from Bagheeri-Stein. Just a little over-ambitious, overhitting the pass. Just occasionally, Sredets do stroke the ball around reassuringly, with some confidence. So the crowd are silenced for the moment because Barcelona have been unable to conjure up any really worthwhile movements. And nobody will come down here just to get beaten. They've come a long way from Bulgaria. Just a bit of indecision there as to whose ball that was going to be. And that's surely too long, even for the long legs of Aloisio. And as a result of that, you can hear the crowd are getting rather restless. They like to see the action up in the other team's penalty area. When it's not working out that way, they do get a bit impatient here in Barcelona. However, this is Vitanov. Oh, nice turn as well. Good piece of play. Build up down the left, involving Basinski now. That's a good pass too, and it was just too difficult for Kostadinov to control. Fine ball by Basinski though. One or two anxious moments again for Barcelona. Midway through this first half, still no goals. There's Valov. Advances from his line to make another solid catch. Cerner yet again will bring play back inside the Stradets half. Eusebio, little back heel to Amor. Julio Salinas. Well, he's getting no change out of Bachev. He can have another go. Well, he's won one or two corners, but not on this occasion. Now Bachev. Nice ball played here as well. Oh, and the through ball's a splendid one from Kostadinov, and Stoichkov with a chance here. Stoichkov takes it delightfully. Well, it's come out of the blue, but a goal for Stradets, perfectly executed, and Stoichkov, who's got such a remarkable scoring record in Europe this season, has scored a goal here to stun Barcelona. A delightful chip over Zubizarreta, straight into the middle of the goal. The ball from Kostadinov, perfectly weighted. And Zubizarreta a little bit unsure there, but there was nothing uncertain about Stoichkov's finish. Barcelona 0, CFKA Stradets 1. Dismay for Zubizarreta and his side. And how is that going to affect the tie? Because away goals so vital, of course, in European competition. 25 minutes gone and Stradets have got an away goal. How vital that may be in the final analysis. Here Amor straight away bringing them back, and Eusebio for Barcelona. The flag is up. But that really has shocked the Barcelona fans. They've come expecting their own side to score the goals, not to let them in. But there had been warnings. There was that long through ball from Basinski a moment ago, and they're still here. Bagiristein lofts it high into the crowd. There was that through pass from Basinski which nearly got Kostadinov in, and in the very first minute, if you remember, there was an opening there which they just couldn't profit from. So not totally unexpected. Stoichkov with 5 European goals, turning out to be a master marksman. Good header, Roberto. Nice little header inside as well. Was better build up on Baquero. Quite find Eusebio, but it did run through to Aloisio. And here's Eusebio, and the goal scorer Stoichkov getting back. And assisted by Kirov, they give away a corner. And the indefatigable Eusebio with the corner, looking for Roberto's head. Now Baquero's in there, gets a nod on for Lineker. Stretch away, and Valov gratefully clinging onto the ball. But Gary Lineker was very, very close indeed here. Baquero once again using his amazing agility. More. Cerner. That certainly won't appease the fans. So I'll just remind you of that scoreline as Barcelona give the ball away. Barcelona 0, Stradets 1, and here they come once more. Easily cut out that time by Julio Alberto. Cerner to Amor. Bit of room now for him. The youngster brought in by Johan Cruyff in place of Milia. Chips the ball over the top, looking for Lineker. Got Ivanov going with him. Ivanov wins. Good strong tackle as well. No joy for Lineker there. That's given away rather badly to Julio Salinas. Bagiristein. And Eusebio thought of a crack, and once more an excellent tackle. That's just going to be too long. Zubizarreta saw what was happening. Fed Aloisio. No more. Oh, that certainly won't reach the target. And those are the sort of passes that unsettle the crowd when the team is behind. Aloisio putting in a cross and rather hopefully towards Bakero. And they can handle that one all right. Yuri Stein. And Julio Salinas there cleverly holding Bachev off, then giving it away. And really conceding everything that they'd worked for. So this one going very much against the form book at the moment, and against expectancy. As Julio Alberto carries the fight once more to Sredets. Amor, better pass. Bakero here now. Bakero inside, knocked away. And that must be a free kick. It's Eusebio, who's the offender. Sacristan Eusebio. Half an hour gone. Not many people would have predicted that scoreline. Then here's Amor for Barcelona, and they still look dangerous whenever they're close to the penalty area, as they were there. But you've got to hand it to Sredets. They have defended in depth, defended rather solidly too, as they're going to have to do again now against Amor and Eusebio. Those two seem to have had more of the ball than anyone. That's asking rather a lot of Julio Salinas. Try and work an opening again. They just keep getting a leg or a foot in and head or something, getting that ball away at the moment to Sredets. Bakero is the next to try his luck. They read that one rather better. As Julio Alberto takes a knock on the knee and applies his own treatment. Well, he's out of defence at the moment. If they can get this attack right, and they're trying to take on Aloisio, and well played by Stoichkov again. Stoichkov with the shot, wide of that far upright. He is so dangerous, this man. You just can't give him an inch. Hammers it in. It's a good attempt to demolish our camera as well. I think he'd have preferred the ball in the net. And the magic spray will probably have Julio Alberto back on his feet. This is where it's happened. Kostadinov, challenge. Seemed to fall awkwardly as much as anything, but he's back in the fray. Johan Cruyff does have the highly experienced Elisanko on the bench. Should he want to bring on a different defender? More long and hopeful pass towards Lineker. Oof, very high kick indeed from Julio Salinas. So injuries at both ends of the field. I don't think there was anything intentional at all in that. Julio Salinas is a tall fellow, and those long legs of his do stretch quite a long way. But Bachev felt the full force. Bachev has done a very good marking job so far on Julio Salinas, so they won't want him out of the action. Got him up. It's a bit groggy. Shake of the head though. And Bachev says OK, we'll carry on. Off go the medics. And on goes the game. With a free kick to Sredets. A few anxious faces there. anxious moments for Barcelona, who need to get back into this game rather quickly now. I certainly didn't expect to be trailing, and that's not the sort of pass. Again, it's Amor who's misplaced it. He's not had the happiest of halves with his passing. Now it's the turn of Tanev to give it away, and Aloisio comes on the break. Gets towards the edge of the area, towards Lineker. Once more they scramble it away, but Barcelona regathering now. Roberto. Well read once more by Ivanov. Turned inside Julio Alberto to Amor. Better pass this time, although Julio Salinas has a man at his back. Again, it's the inevitable Bachev. Bagirstein. Just probing, looking for any opening, and he's found one here. If the cross is good, well, it won a corner off Ivanov. Now seems winded. Probably an appropriate time for him to feel that way, as Lineker shows his exasperation. And Bagirstein says, let's get on with it. And that's what's going to happen. And Roberto missed it. Beyond everybody, Baquero will just about keep it in play. Laid back for Amor. And again, poor old Amor, he can't do a thing right at the moment. The idea wasn't bad, actually, but it was just a little unfortunate in the way it turned out. For Barcelona. A long one down the middle is for Lineker to chase. Hounded as always by Ivanov, who's never left his side. And Lineker does well, really, to hold things up and then find Julio Alberto, who's bowled over, producing another free kick. We've had a lot in this sort of position. They don't mind giving away free kicks here, though. But Stradets still hold the advantage. They lead 1-0 in this European Cup Winners' Cup semi-final. Would have been able to supply the cross. Lineker exuberant. Julio Alberto lifted it across. There was the header by the number 2 Mladenov, which went straight to Baquero. He was able to turn it into the path of Gary Lineker, and from then on there was only one result. Barcelona have their equaliser. Julio Alberto floated it in, but it's when Mladenov, after that touch on by Roberto, it was when Mladenov headed it there that Baquero had the chance, and here they come once more. 2-1! What a sensational turnaround! Amor is the goal scorer, and Barcelona, from 1 down 60 seconds ago, have brought the crowd to their feet. They lead 2-1. Quite astonishing scenes here at the Nou Camp Stadium. I don't think I've ever seen 2 quicker goals than that. Literally, from the kick-off, as you were having a look at the replay of Lineker's goal, Barcelona swept downfield, worked Amor into a shooting position, and the ball whistled past Valov for the second time in those 60 seconds. And how Stradets must be crestfallen. They'll scarcely believe it back in Sofia. A team that was leading by a goal to nil is suddenly 2-1 down. And I do mean suddenly. Amor took it well, but the defence was nowhere to be seen when he got the chance. And here he is now. And strange that Amor, who should have had such a diffident half, has turned out to be a hero. Roberto now finds Aloisio, and they're really on the rack now as Stradets. Another corner kick, and it's vital for them to keep their nerve now, the Bulgarians. They could be really rattled, and if Barcelona were to get a third by any chance before half-time, that could really finish them off. And another corner as Kirov heads it behind. No wonder Lineker's smiling. The look said it all. Sabio drilling it in high, straight to Mladenov, and that just typifies the sort of pressure that the Bulgarians find themselves under. Mladenov had a lot of time actually to turn there and hit the ball upfield. Instead he chose to put it behind for another corner and maintain the pressure that Sredets are under. This time it's Bagiristein short. Across the edge of the area. Oh, and Baquero just couldn't control it, but Eusebio can. Baquero. Oh, might well have turned the other way there and done better. Now Eusebio drills it in. Away, not very far. Bagiristein tried to tee it up. Now at long last Sredets, well, they should have got it away and didn't. And now Moore is still tussling for it. And eventually a free kick gives them a bit of respite. Amor the goal scorer. 2-1 Barcelona lead. So he'll feel a bit happier now, bearing in mind that Johan Cruyff might well have had a bit to say to him in the dressing room at half-time. We're only a couple of minutes away from the interval, but the situation completely reversed. Barcelona must be considerably happier as they think of the break. Well, you just caught a glimpse of the electronic scoreboard there, which said Sredets 1, Barcelona 2. 5 minutes ago, you wouldn't have believed that. Alberto has taken a couple of knocks now, then can they get a third one? Bagiristein usually crosses a good ball. Baquero tries to re-find him. Well, there are appeals for handball there, but there was definitely nothing of the sort. The defender fell, and even if there had been a contact with the arm, it was involuntary. Once more, Eusebio with a shot. Hit the defender. Still he's there. He really has worked tirelessly, Eusebio, and here's Julio Alberto, who also likes to romp forward, and the shot is straight at Valov. How Sredets must long to go into their dressing room, which indeed they can now. They took the lead through Stoichkov, but those two goals from Lineker and Amor have completely changed the complexion. 2-1 to Barcelona at half-time. Join us in a moment for the second half.